Their composition had engage already, and it feels like they've now overloaded their composition with so much engage. One big thing for the Cassiopeia that makes this hard though, Skimmy, which is why it could be a concern. Mid continues as per what it was before, but you've got Swathe constantly protecting.
That's some crazy damage right now from Shok. 1v2, just pure disrespect. Gets the kill on his own. Now looking to flash away from Swathe. Oh no, the lost crit! It's out of range, but it just does not matter. He still gets the kill. Now only on the HUD. As you say, no flash. And now Swathe's invisible, but a blind knock-up from Cupcake secures it. That's a beautiful passage of play.
You've got Cupcake running the numbers seconds in advance, knows where the Evellyn's going.
Disengaged away. The ultimate follows there from Shok, who was hoping that perhaps Chiefs would have committed to that a little bit more. It might not be done just yet. Those the control wards there. Hex Slash across, following things up. The charm is there. Only she's gone. Lights out. These as they come. Cupcake forced to disengage away, but now Kisee becomes the Xin Zhao and chases on through. Finds redemption and finds a kill for himself.
Oof, I mean, that's really good for the... Oh, the hook missing. Rakan transform as well. That was a dangerous place to be if you're Shok. He's able to navigate around it perfectly fine. Ziggs ultimate used already, so he's just going to return back to his natural habitat, it seems, and the Drake should be the cost here. I mean, Chiefs, that was really big. You know, the use of the Hex Flash, the use of the Evellyn being invisible, knowing where the control wards were. They navigate the play really nicely to get themselves a couple of kills. The flank of an Evellyn invisibility becomes a very big deal.
Oh, the blind hook from Dragku. They were waiting for that one. Cupcake flashes on forward, the quickness. Ultimate charms out people as Mboma gets knocked away. He falls on down only. Wind becomes lightning, gets himself the second, and out comes the call of the Forge God as Chiefs look to put up a fight and look to turn things around. The counter engage is flawless as they find one. They'll take down two, and it's Kisee that gets the double kill.
I mean, ultimately, there was 2 teleports used from the Chiefs to get to this bottom lane trade to equalize the trade. Cupcake at risk of dying here.
Gonna run away. Now gonna look to try and hide behind the minions. It doesn't matter. Kisee flashes forward to try and hit the stun. But now the TP advantage that you are highlighting is now favoring Direwolf. Shok comes back in, picks up a kill. Has the blue buff, can look to run these members down. Now Swathe has to be careful. He's being revealed by the vision. And he is looking to try and do the one shot. He hits the ult, but the flash away. And both people survive on 20%.
Winning for us because they've wasted resources literally just to match it. You know, the craziness comes in afterwards where they try and overdive, and you know, I still think that ultimately favors Direwolves in the end, and you can see the net gain is going to be the dragon above just the kills. But the Chiefs are still fast to respond. They know what they're about. They're looking for those engages and those teleports with no between both teams, because it's just my gut check from watching this so far. Direwolves have been overloaded with control wards. It's of necessity because you're dealing with an Eve, but I think the contrast is stark.
It is quite stark. That's a 2-man petrifying gaze as they look to try and follow things up here, but it isn't enough as they will draw blood. A 1-for-1 so far, but it favors the Chiefs as they've taken down the mid lane. They've removed the Cassiopeia. They've also taken out Cupcake, and now they're looking to try and turn their attention on towards Liv. Direwolves mounting their comeback, but in a 4-man turnaround, and suddenly it's Renekton up against the world. The Dominus is still there. He's burning him down. It's acting like a Sunfire cape, but he needs to sustain to try and do the damage, and they're going to catch out Swathe, and somehow they're turning this one around. The pick that started with Chiefs on the front foot is now being punished by Direwolves on the back foot, and regardless of the W not connecting, the audacious charge is there, and only hits a triple kill.
I mean, only comes up huge, but let's not forget about the contributions of Claire in that team fight. So much AoE damage that he just layers down onto them with the Renekton. You know, slicing, dicing, slashing, Shok and a teleport in here as well. You've got Dragku waiting in the wings, but no one to support him to stop this, and a Cassiopeia does it too quick. So Baron goes the way of Direwolves. Overall, again, it is still a pretty large victory going the way of the Wolfpack. But if you consider how we got to this position,
Can't think of anything really worse than having to face check a level 16 Cassiopeia. Maybe an Evellyn is up there. I mean, you're talking about big, strong burst between the two of them. But it's a hypothetical. That's still a couple of levels away. As Claire once again hits the Dominus and is looking for the 1v2 as that does a whole bunch of AoE damage. They're going to try and regroup up with the rest of the team by the end of the move up. 1Q! And it's a whole bunch of lifesteal combo there with the Gore Drinker. There's just too much sustain for the Chiefs to have to deal with.
Yeah, Direwolves, a big team fight again. Claire just can't be killed. There's not enough damage. And that really is the bigger picture of this game. The Renekton, the Xin Zhao are going to be too clutch a pick for Chiefs to deal with. They wanted the picks, they wanted the snowball, and that is starting to really unravel in front of their own eyes. That felt like a last-ditch effort pick. Claire, they thought he was out of position. Reinforcements were there, and that inhibitor definitely gone. The question is, do they go beyond?
Well, we've seen this happen before. When you have a Ziggs, you look to try and push this one. They still have the Baron. Another 15 seconds. It's going to be tight. They had a cannon there if they wanted to. Risky decision for them to consider, and I think they've made the ultimate call that not long enough to go for this one. We're going to have to completely collapse on towards Liv here, who's gone for that 1v4. The rest of Chiefs still pursuing
Liv
from their base. Now Liv is running away from their team. A two-man knock-up. There's the Bellows Breath. There's the damage to follow up afterwards. The Brittle Proc isn't enough, and a clean disengage, quote, from the Direwolves.
Yeah, I mean, they just pressure the Ornn until he folds. You have to pick your battle sooner or later, Liv, or you're just going to die. So tries to pick a fight, the rest of the team. The Direwolves looking very good on their way towards playoffs, without a doubt here as well. Looking at how they close this game out. It should be easy for them, but the fight's happening.
Once again, clear the focus. Pull of the Forge God is going to knock him up. Pop the Sterix. Now look at try and follow things up. As Swathe just gets deleted. And then they find a second kill in the Ornn. Lived is gone. It's a triple across the board, and it's that big man and only once again picking up the majority of these kill streaks.
And again, Rakan Ziggs quietly achieving as a nice little duo bot lane also. You've got the, the unkillable top side of the map working with the high damage and engagement on the bot side. That very well could just be game. Baron buff or not, you'd expect the Direwolves to push now.
Well, they crossed the map last time against Order. This time they've TP'd top side. Clear and only up against their old organization, looking to cause the win here. Looking to give Direwolves the 2-1 head-to-head against Chiefs, and looking to plant themselves in the third spot in the LCO. Unable to find that first pick just yet, as Cupcake seems to be in a bit of trouble. It's a 2-kill found here by Kisee. Now making a triple kill as the Nexus is exposed. Claire, one more auto! And he finally gets it done. Backdoor Justice won't be on the menu today, but it is a win for the Direwolves.
Gee, that was very close to not being an air. That would have been 2 days in a row that happened for the Direwolves, by the way.